Hey guys, today I'm making these triple chocolate scones, and I'm going to start off by adding 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour to a large bowl. To that I'm going to add half cup of sugar, 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and a half a cup of raw cacao powder or cocoa powder if that's what you have on hand. Now we're going to give this a mix just to combine our ingredients. Once we've done that, we're going to add 6 tablespoons of cold cubed butter, and we want to incorporate this into our flour to make kind of a soft, sandy consistency. You have to work fast or your butter will melt with the warmness of your hands. If you're not using one of those butter cutter tool things that professionals usually have, and you're using your hands like me, just try to work extremely fast so your butter does not melt. We don't want that. Now we're going to set that aside and make our wet ingredients. We're going to add 2 2/4 cups of buttermilk, and I didn't have any, so I decided to make my own. I just added 1 tablespoon of white vinegar to 1 cup of milk, and I let it sit until it curdles up a bit, and there you go. Now I'm adding 1 egg. Giving that a quick mix. Now I'm adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and giving that a mix as well. 1/4 cup of coffee, which I brewed earlier and I let cool on my counter. You don't want to add hot coffee to your egg mixture or your batter. Now we're going to add the wet ingredients into our dry ingredients and incorporate that enough so it starts to become a dough. Once we have it to this consistency, we can go ahead and add our 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. You can add more if you'd like, but that's how much I wanted to add. And now incorporate all of your ingredients to make your dough. And since my dough did start to become, my butter started to melt in my dough, I did place it in the refrigerator for about 5 to 7 minutes so it can chill out for a bit. And then I continued to work with it. On a floured surface, you're going to put your dough. And you want to sprinkle it with a bit of flour, not too much flour because you will dry out your dough, but just enough so that it will not stick to your hands, and you can shape it into a 1-inch circle shape. And remember, work quickly because this does contain butter and it will melt. And it would just become a doughy blob, and you don't want that, so just try to work as fast as you can. Once you've done that and you've shaped it into your 1-inch circle, go ahead and cut it into triangles using a knife or one of these cutter thingies. I got a total of 8 scones out of this. Now we're going to place this on a lined baking sheet. Now I'm brushing it with some egg wash, which I did not add water to. You're supposed to mix your egg and add water to it, but I didn't, so it turned out yellow. Now I'm topping it with chocolate chips. And don't worry about that yellowness, it will get covered up with our glaze. And now we're going to bake this at 400 for 18 to 20 minutes. I had these 2 left over, so I just cooked them in the second batch. Now moving on to our glaze. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of raw cacao powder or cocoa powder if that's what you're using. 4 to 5 tablespoons of powdered sugar. And 1 to 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, or you can use water, but your glaze is gonna be a lighter brown. And don't worry, just because if your scones came out like mine, but they shouldn't, because that's why I'm telling you. For the egg wash, add water to it so it can dull it down, but I don't know why I didn't do it. I don't know if I thought I had done it and I didn't do it, but they came out yellow looking when they came out of the oven, but this glaze covered it and there was no gross egg yolk taste. Okay, so don't worry about it. They were still as delicious. And once they're out of the oven, we're going to let them cool on our counter. Once they've cooled, we're going to add our glaze. And I brushed it on. I don't know why, but you can just dip your scones in it versus doing this, which I don't know why I did that either. I don't know. I just wanted to make sure to cover the egg wash yellowness. And you're ready to enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my recipes. I upload Monday through Thursday. And as always, thanks for watching. Talk to you next video.